welcome to a brand new show for the ladies out there. We are called Woman in Me. This is the program by women of all ages, for women of all ages out there. And the brainchild behind this brand new female program is Miss Cecilia.
My name is Cecilia. Just want to share with you who am I first of all. I'm mother of two. I force myself, or I insist myself, to pick up a makeup classes. I realized that the makeup and the skincare is a complete beauty. From there, I started to travel around the world. In fact, I've been to Tokyo, Italy, and Shanghai, and I end up in New York, which is 40 days. That's one of the best training. I'm confident here to share with you what are the good tips and what are the right things to do before and after your trip.
Cecilia, this is a brand new format for us. Talk to me about why you felt we had the need for such a show as Woman in Me.
When I first had this idea was about 7 years back, and it's because of a salon I kick off, and I want to maintain the quality and the standard of the staff. And I come back with the ideas with all the skill, the knowledge that I have through the business journey. Then I really think that I shouldn't waste it, because this is a very good tips that I learned throughout the journey that I can share with you. A quick makeup, a proper way of organize yourself, and walk out with confidence as well at the same time.
So Cecilia, this really is going to be a show about women, how to make themselves feel better and look better from all different angles, from makeup, hair, fashion.
Skincare as well at the same time, and also you have mainly confidence.
Now this is the thing, Cecilia, a lot of us come from different life stages in life. You are an accomplished businesswoman, you've got 2 older children. Where are you in your life right now?
Where am I with myself now?
Yes.
I guess I'm just the beginning of a new show.
New show.
Which is Woman in Me.
But you're at that stage now, your children are all grown up. You're now at a time to really focus on yourself and what you love so much. Is this a very important time for you?
I guess it's every time is important, because it's every time with different experience as well. I guess this is a time where my children grown. I have more focus and other things which I already spend most time with them. And this is a time I have to share with you all the good tips.
And this, Cecilia, is a time when I have to start learning from you. I'm at a different stage in my life too. I've got 2 small children, got married a little bit late, so career is not a big issue for me. So I'm longing for the day when it can all come back to me. How important is it, Cecilia, for a woman to really take care of themselves?
I guess you have to balance your time. Yeah, everything is to go with the timing, that you have to balance out with your career as well, with the children. But you have to know that the most important is still family. To me, I really think that without them, there's no Cecilia today.
Well, what do you say, Cecilia, to all the ladies out there who say, look, I don't have time. I've got a 5-year-old, I've got a 7-year-old, they go to school, activities. I don't have time for this. What do you say to somebody like me who would say that?
I guess there's no ugly lady, it's just lazy.
There are no ugly ladies.
I know, there is no ugly lady. It's just to do with how you manage your timing. I guess you just have to work harder, or you just have to kick off your timing earlier than anyone else. You can still manage to reach it with exactly like nowadays with the modern, all the technology, all the latest cosmetic is actually ready, so that it's actually saves time. As long as you know the tips, you understand the material, is anytime you can make it.
Well, what I'm looking forward to happening during the next few episodes of Cecilia is to meeting different types of ladies who are at different stages of life, whether they are pregnant, they've just had a baby, they're 60, 50, to talk about where they are in their lives and what they need. For example, you helped me with my makeup today, and it was pretty clear that I'm a little bit slack. I do enjoy it very much, a little bit slack with the skincare and stuff. But what you've shown me today, Cecilia, is that it's all about preparation from beginning to end. If you can prepare yourself internally and physically, you can really feel better every step of the way.
Exactly. But in fact, for every good makeup, you have to start with, do you know how to clean up your makeup? That's a key thing. And you have to know that in long term, if you want to invest your face for makeup, you have to know the materials, what you're using. You have to choose the right choices. You have to study your own skin first before you can make any decisions. So this show, we're going to share a lot of that. So you can time saving, just watch our show and you can pick up a very good tips.
We'll also really get into the nuts and bolts of how to maintain skin, because if you have good skin, everything else will follow on very nicely from
Exactly.
that.
The foundation is very important. But you could build a good skin, you have to start from inside, which is diet will come in as well. Yep. And also exercise. You will share a lot of good tips on that one. If I can have today with a 20 years old daughter and an 18 years old son, there is no reason you can't make it.
So Cecilia, I'm very interested. You've got these grown-up children. You're a pretty busy lady. You've got a few different businesses on the go. You look pretty great. Talk to me about a day in the life of Cecilia.
Oh, that's a long way. It's a long way.
Do you wake up early? Are you spending a lot of time on facial work?
I'll wake up very early. 6:30 to 7 o'clock is my wake-up time. I have to kick off accounts job for my husband's business, which is transportation. I'm doing the billing, accounts, paperwork, everything. And for my salon, of course, I'm doing all the purchase and also organize reports, sales reports and everything, mainly to kick off a lot of activities. For example, this show is one of the activities as well, which count in. Just want to maintain the quality of the salon. 7 years already, never stop. You just have to keep pushing. And then after that, I have to go down to the salon to make sure everything. I have another new business, which is art and craft for children. That's my new baby as well.
It's a real play place for them, isn't it?
Yes, it's my dream come true as well. Been waiting long, 5 years already with that. So I have to spend a few times as well, sometimes in the school as well, just to to build up the confidence of the team people. And at the end of the day, back to the salon again.
See, this is the thing, Cecilia. You've obviously got a pretty packed program. 3 different businesses. You're an accountant in the morning. Then you go into fashion and beauty and imaging. And then you go into children. So there's no excuse for ladies out there to think, I don't know what I'm going to wear today, when you have 3 different looks to pull off. So Cecilia, hopefully during this upcoming season, we'll have a little look into your wardrobe and find out how you can dress for such a busy day and take on different looks and how you can dress appropriately for your type of business. So Cecilia, how do you dress in the morning? How do you get ready for 3 different personalities?
In the morning, I just go casual. And then before I enter to my salon or to the school, I'll spend some time for the makeup. I have quite a good tips on the makeup. In fact, my makeup is less than 15 minutes. Just to remember the steps only, that's all. Yeah.
We've spent a lot of time, Cecilia, talking about makeup and about how you look and taking care of your skin. We'll also spend some time talking about body maintenance. Cecilia's obviously not a big fatty bomb-bomb. She's in great shape. Cecilia has a lot of different extracurricular activities, which we'd love to get into. But Cecilia, apart from all of these businesses, what is your true passion in terms of activities?
I guess it's speed diving. Speed and diving.
What is that?
Speed, I love to bike. I love to drive fast car. And I love diving. It's part of me.
So 2 different things. Fast car driving. Do you mean like go-karts, Cecilia, or like sports cars?
Sports cars and sports bikes. That's my dream.
So that's your big buzz.
It's freedom.
And where do you get to drive so fast?
Not really in Brunei.
No, it's not happen here, is it? There are places
really.
for that.
But long journey drive, usually. From here, travel all the way to East Malaysia. Yeah.
In a sports car?
Yep, sometimes.
So you're a bit of a junkie for all these high activities. And then diving, what do you mean by diving? Deep sea diving?
I've been diving for 20 years, scuba diving. Yeah, around the world, travel as well. So there's a lot more to share with you. From hobbies, from good tips on makeup, how you style yourself, how you build out a strong children at the same time.
I think, Cecilia, what you've showed to us in the last few minutes is that you can have a busy life and maintain yourself, your face, your body, and your family, as well as having a really good time. So all of these things are going to be coming out in the next few episodes. How to live a balanced life, a happy life. It's all about the woman in me. We'll be back soon. Welcome back to Woman in Me. We're going to start to get more in depth about some of the topics we'll be covering over the next few episodes. And Cecilia here will be sharing her views on some real big issues. Cecilia, let's begin with fashion. You love fashion, you have a lot of fun with it. We're going to discuss some of the basic do's and don'ts, regardless of your age, regardless of your culture, which women need to be aware of. Share with us some of those tips.
I guess before you decide what to choose, you have to understand yourself first. Everything you wear, the choice will have to come back with yourself. Do you feel comfortable with? And if you feel comfortable with, your age can cope with it or not? And what's your skin tone color? So which is the function you're going? Yep, all these will be in decisions making before you choose your choices of your clothes.
And Cecilia, we're also going to take a little bit of a sense of awareness about the money aspect of fashion. You don't have to spend $1 million to look like $1 million.
Exactly. As I always say, you don't have to have a big branded fashion, but you need a branded body.
And I really do believe,
it's
ladies,
important.
it is important. But if you have a strong sense of self-esteem, it will start to show through in your clothes. If you think you deserve to look good, then you must look good. Cecilia, I take into account certain things when I'm getting dressed. I like to wear V-necks. They're very good to make if you feel as though you're having one of those chubby face days, it kind of helps to slim you down. I'm short with a short waist, so I understand that I should be wearing solid colors. So we're going to have a look at all of these different things, basic rules of fashion, which you can enjoy and make the most of your strengths and your little weaknesses. So we'll cover all that.
Yeah.
And Cecilia will also talk to us about how to enjoy your fashion with accessories. Something which we really don't make the most of. Tell me about the importance of accessories, Cecilia.
Well, in fact, if you look at, because again, I always read all the magazine, all the latest magazine. Before you decide what to choose on fashion, you have to understand what is the in one in the market. So don't wear something which is out. So do your homework first before you decide what to wear. And play with some tricks. Sometimes people like to wear a brooch on the shoulder, like what I have now. I got my brooch on my waist.
Ah, see what you've done there, yes.
Yep, just a small tips for you that sometimes the brooch can go on your hair. Sometimes you can wear it on your shoes as well.
But Cecilia, let's be honest, you've got a tiny waist. So therefore, it's comfortable to draw the eye line to your waist because it's small. If you've got a bit of a chunky waist, perhaps no, perhaps draw the attention away from the areas which you don't want people to kind of really focus on.
Yes.
It's that kind of common sense dressing, which, ladies, we get wrong so many times. It's not just about your clothing and your accessories, it's also about footwear. Shoe wear can really help to elongate you, can also help to make you look very, very chunky. So depending on what you're wearing, don't be shy about shoes. Women love shoes, but it's how you're going to wear shoes. What are your tips, Cecilia?
I guess for footwear, first have the same thing. You have to come with comfort as well. But usually don't wear the shoes which is too loud. I guess when you have a pair of shoes which is too loud, provided you want the attention on your legs.
Do you mean like in terms of pattern?
In terms of patterns, in terms of the colors as well. Yeah, you won't like to wear, what I'm wearing now with the big boots on. It's so wrong. You have to count on the weather, the culture, the people surrounding us feel comfortable to accept us as well. That will have to count in. Because most of the time you say, oh, I don't care, I'll wear whatever I like. But, you may just make people surrounding you feel uncomfortable to look at so wrong a pair of shoes. Like a bag you carry as well is very important. Bag is to represent your level. If you look at the history, if you look back the history, from Egypt, for example, the ladies' accessories on their shoulder, on their neck, on their head, is to represent their level, obviously. So whatever you wear is to reflect yourself, who you want to be.
But Cecilia, what do you say to some of the ladies out there thinking, who cares what I wear? It's all about me. It's all about the inner beauty. Who cares whether I have a nice bag or nice shoes? What do you say to those ladies?
Well, if you're going to buy something with the same price, why not to do a bit of homework and profit the maximum of what you have invested? Then from there, you walk out with confidence, and whatever you buy or you invest is just time saving, money saving, and play a good show.
I think typically also, Cecilia, the older you get, the less, I feel anyway, the less concerned we are with being up to the minute fashion. being a woman who's nearly 40 years old, I'm not so interested in wearing bright colors.
No.
Really flashy accessories because of my age. And again, it's all about the appropriateness. So we'll talk about also certain colors and how best to suit your overall skin tone, and also timeless fashion. Cecilia is a bit more trendy than I am. I'm a big fan of the timeless fashion. So we'll cover something for all of the ladies out there. So we've covered footwear, we've covered body shape, we've covered fashion. Cecilia, let's end off now with what's happening up here.
Up here,
yes.
The most important part.
Yes.
I guess before you want to launch any good makeup, you have to study the condition of your skin. So what we are going to share later, we're going to teach you or to share with you how to maintain your skin. Well, to have a good makeup, you have to start with, do you know how to clean yourself first? Right, that's the key thing. To me, I think that from the diet, you have to build from inside before you can get a very good makeup to project out from yourself. So skincare will have to come first. Diet, well, the best recipe for beauty, sleep. I guess. You can work hard, you can play hard, but you need to sleep. Sleep is the best beauty tips.
Well, Cecilia, the thing is, sleep is not really in my agenda because I've got these young children at home. But my second best thing is water. How important is it to keep your skin hydrated as well as your mind hydrated? It's very important.
Yes, you have to drink quality water as well. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of quality water. So it's all about working from the inside out, Cecilia, the skincare, and then we'll talk about makeup. What are the good colors for your complexion, whether or not you have freckles like I do, whether you have the olive skin tone, whether you're very fair. We'll cover all that. How to make your eyes look bigger, your lips look sexy, which is a general...
For example, 5 minutes makeup for your eyeshadow is a quick tips which nowadays women's in me, which is busy life with a lot of things. You have to take care of your children, you have to take care of your business, you have to take care. You still want to, you know, travel, this, that. We're going to share more tips on travel as well. What to bring, what good tips, what to carry. Yeah, that's...
How you can look good anywhere, anytime, any place. We'll also spend a lot of time on hair. Cecilia owns a salon, so she's obviously very passionate about hair. There are a few rules when it comes to hair. Again, depending on your face shape, depending on your age, there is one universal rule which I've come across. The older you get, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cecilia, the shorter your hair should get. So if you're 45 years old, you do not go around with really long hair. Maybe you want to argue this. We'll talk about all this and more in the episodes to come in Woman in Me. But we'll begin from the very beginning, and that will be skincare, the perfect canvas to a perfect face. All of that is coming up next on Woman in Me. Welcome back to Woman in Me. You've met Cecilia, you've met myself. Now, being two females hosting a show for females is me a lot of chatter, and we really hope for a lot of honesty to uncover some genuine issues which women of all ages do experience, Cecilia. So with that in mind, let's have a little look at what we're going to get into deep during the next few episodes on Woman in Me. What are some of the big areas we'll be touching on, Cecilia?
First of all, we'll touch makeup, of course, skincare as well at the same time, and how the style on your hair as well, a scalp management as well. And also we will talk about travel, which is everyone loves to travel. That will be part of it as well. Fashion will come in as well. Let's hope in future we have a Brunei version of Fashion Police. Yeah, yes, you never know. It's a big thing. Yeah, and also we will talk more on family as well, relationship. Yeah, probably you will share some different idea with me. I have a grown-up children and you have a young one. So. And
also culture comes into play, Cecilia. So already we'll be having an interesting set of dynamics. You come from a Chinese background, I come from a Muslim background. So already in that are going to be some unique differences, oftentimes
different sharing.
And we'd love to hear from our audience and also some of our guests on what they struggle with and what they really enjoy in life. So Cecilia, we've got a lot of different big areas to cover. First of all, fashion and beauty. Fashion for many people can be quite secondary. I am one of those women. I like to put on clothes which I don't have to think about. So what are you going to be sharing with us in terms of detail about fashion?
Fashion will have to come in more with culture as well to come in. We will have to count in the culture. Of course, we have to see where the places we are going to be, and that will decide as well from your height, from the shape of your body, from the shape of your face. Then we will come in with colors choices as well.
Also, Cecilia, I'm sure you're aware that a woman's body goes through many different changes. You get married, you get pregnant, you can put on quite a lot of weight after being pregnant, then you try and lose it. So along these different journeys comes a different wardrobe. So you're going to come and talk to us about how to dress best for your body type, for your age. A lot of it can be very age appropriate, Cecilia. You don't want to dress too old, you don't want to dress too young. And again, environment, where you're working, who your family is, what the event is, who you are as well.
Who you are.
And how to really bring out your personality. Because Cecilia, a lot of women, they don't spend enough time on this. And then they go around saying, oh, I really feel fat and ugly. And there's only one person to really blame for that. And who would that be?
Yourself. Exactly.
It's all in your
well,
control.
in fact, every fashion is just a play a small tricks on it. Some play with some accessories. Some changes on the colors. Most of the time, like for example, you say, oh, I want to look good in certain color. You might be wrong about that. You never try, you never know. You have to, confidence. Sometimes make mistake today, but pick up again tomorrow. Change another style
And don't be afraid to try and have fun with it. A lot of us take.
I guess life is with fun. Yeah, you have to play with different things most time. Then you'll find the right one for yourself.
And then, Cecilia, once we've gotten a handle of our personality and our best way to dress for our body type, we'll talk about hobbies. A lot of women, again, we don't give ourselves enough time, ladies, to do the things we love. We spend a lot of time feeling guilty. Guilty that we don't spend enough time with our families. Guilty that we don't cook enough in the week. Guilty that we don't spend enough time with extended family. Guilt all the time. The one way to alleviate that is to bring it back home and enjoy doing something you love to do.
I guess you have to take time and no pressure. Sometimes we are not perfect. We are not number one to everything, but we must be number one for something, for someone.
But there's so much pressure out there, Cecilia, for women to be good at everything, and then that sense of failure can be
I guess that is how you too worried people, how people look at you. It was the same for my children when I first have. Like I traveled, a Lonely Planet trip, for example, since young, when I first have my daughter, I decided, life is just, unpredictable when I first have her. And I just say that enough. If I have a chance to walk out from that wall, I want to travel around the world if I can. Sometimes you just think that I can't because so many reasons or excuses, so weak excuses you're giving yourself. But to be honest with you, I think everything can be managed. You just have to be disciplined. Yep, you just have to make up your mind, just do it.
And that's from all angles, Cecilia. I mean, if you're talking about travel as a form of escape, there's the economics involved. You've got to plan it, plan your money, plan your finances, whether or not you're going with a pack of girlfriends or your family. And by the way, ladies, there is a well-known theory that it's very good to take time out and have a girly holiday. It can also strengthen the marriage and also strengthen your sense of self-esteem.
Exactly.
So, Cecilia, you're a big traveler. This happened later on in life or when you had your children young?
Started since I have my daughter. Yeah, but I guess because if financial, it comes in as well when you're too young and you have not enough earning yet, so I'm careful with that one. But later time, of course, you become greedy and you want to travel, you want to see more. In fact, every travel, you pick up some good tips. You build your self-confidence as well. And, you bring that back home for your children. You build a different children.
So then, ladies, once you get back home, we're now focusing more on the household stuff. We'll be talking about cooking, some nice fast meals to prepare.
Hobbies as well.
Healthy meals and hobbies and things you can enjoy with your family as a group.
Exactly.
And also about things you can enjoy at home. Gardening. Perhaps you like gardening. It's time for yourself. It's time for your home. Do you like gardening, Cecilia?
Not really, but I do like art and crafting. I guess everyone should carry on their passion on art because it's the way you learn all the way. Non-stop learning, because art is a big subject that you can keep going. Makeup is art as well, fashion is art as well, so everything you touch is actually very artistic.
It's also a form of creative expression. You're right, whether it's makeup, whether it's doing flower arranging at home, it's all a form of expression, and that keeps you young, ladies. We're all about the youth factor. But aside from all the feel-good stuff and aside from all the looking great stuff, we'll also be getting into some more crunchy issues about relationships and some of the struggles we all may have, whether it's about time management, which can really have a big effect on the quality of life you have at home, whether or not it's trying to find the right balance between work and family and yourself. So Cecilia, hopefully we'll get in some different ladies, maybe some experts, to talk about the best way to go about doing this. And again, ladies, this really is a show about you, by women who were just like you, going through the same struggles, but the difference being we'll be talking about it in Woman in Me.